I'm not even ready. Hi everyone, my name is Tan. This is Artemis Oracle. I just gotta get my mic. Hopefully you can hear me. I think you can. I think you can. I think you can. I'm trying to figure out where the hell I put my mic at. Okay, there it is. So I hope all of you are doing well. You're having a good day, whether you're watching a replay or not. Let me put this. Okay. Now I'm gonna check the audio right now since I've added the mic, because I remember there was one time I put the mic on and no sound. Gotta make sure. Let's see, it should show that I'm alive. I'm alive! I'm alive! So, hi everyone. Oh, thank you, Ruby. Thank you for letting me know. I was like trying to check and it wouldn't let me. I gotta put subscriber mode on because, gotta deter certain people from coming in. So, hi Carolina. Hi Ruby. How are you? I'm going to be doing a timeless reading for the collective. It's for the messages may not resonate with all of you. Some may, some won't. So I don't know if I'm going to take any questions later on, but I just want to do that. Let me see. I'm trying to. NYPD helicopter passing by. So I don't know if there will be any fathers watching the live stream or the replay. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you for letting me know that. I always wonder if people do, but thank you for the confirmation that you do like them, that you love them. But if there are any fathers watching, whether it's the live stream or the replay, I hope you have a wonderful Father's Day. Thank you for being a father. Your role is very much important and very much appreciated, especially if you're a healthy masculine, and you're a healing masculine who's doing the best he can to take care of his children and be a good role model to the children. Because I don't want to be saying Happy Father's Day to deadbeats. We talk about the fathers that are in the front lines, the ones that are there for their kids and actually support their kids. Not only child support. I don't think people realize how important, I don't think fathers realize or men realize how important it is for them to be in their child's or children's lives. Children need both a mother and a father figure. This is where they learn about healthy boundaries. This is where they learn how to be respectful and respectful and expect respect. You know what I mean? From both a masculine and feminine aspect. This is how we prevent people from having mommy and daddy issues. Especially if we have healthy parents. But I just had to say that. I didn't need to say that, really. I didn't. Just went off. So, but I wish my father a happy Father's Day, even though he's no longer with me or us. He wasn't the best father, but understanding how he grew up and the things that he had to deal with, that made me more compassionate and understanding and more forgiving for the damage he caused. But I still love him and I wish him a happy Father's Day wherever he is, whether he's in heaven or hell. You know how it is. You still love your parents, even though they're not All right, let me get off that. God, a train. Let me take my headphones off too. And let me turn the Bluetooth off as well so my battery doesn't die. Okay. Put that there for now. So I have the What's the News deck. Hey, Christy, how are you? So I thank you all for being here. I thank you for those who have already liked. I hope everybody's having a great day wherever they are. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tan or Tanya. I'm Artemis Oracle. I'm an Oracle and Tarot card reader. And I'm also I could be very blunt. And if you get on my bad side, I'll curse you out. I'll try to work on that though. Wow. I don't know if anybody knows this. Hi, Mandeep. How are you? Well, oh my gosh. And this deck, it has the dirty money card. I hate that card so much. I want to throw it away. Like I said, I want to throw it away. I want to rip it up. I want to shred it. I want to burn it. I hate that card. If it comes out again, I'm going to throw it in the river. Okay. So let's see what the collective needs to know. So this deck is like a general theme deck. Ooh, does this deck have that? Yeah, it does. Because there's this card I have in my mind. It's called, is it in this deck or is it a different one? Oh yeah, it's this deck. Okay. Okay, let's see. What does the collective need to know? This reading is meant to be timeless, so it may resonate with you now, may have resonated with you in the past, or it could be something that you need to look out for the future. Let's see. What does the collective need to know for the highest and greatest good? This is for whoever it resonates with. Some of the messages may resonate, some may not. I'll try to get this ready. What cards are coming out? Yesterday was so windy. Like, as I was shuffling my tarot cards, because before I get started, I do a personal reading for myself. But my freaking card flew, and then I thought I was gonna go. I had to chase it. I'm glad it stopped where I could catch up to it. It was the strength card, and then that card actually came out in my personal reading. I was like, okay, definitely. Very interesting that card came out. All right, so this isn't about me. Let's find out what the collective needs to know. What is the current energy? What information, guidance, insight can you provide for us? For the collective? I already did my reading today, so it's this reading is for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Is there anything in here? Should I start with the Archangel Michael deck instead? Because nothing wants to come out. Okay. Let's go with the Archangel Michael just to get an angel message. So this is the Sword of Light Oracle deck by Bradley Valentine. His decks tend to be more on the very positive side, which is good because sometimes you don't want, sometimes you want the negativity, you want the chisme, but not all the time. But maybe we could get something here first, and then something will come out. Okay, guys, what message does the collective need to know? I try not to be like those. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those readers, and I don't mean those like it's a bad thing, but the readers that do like, because I watch some readers myself, but since I think I have a different approach for reading, because I think more so about less chisme, because gossipy type stuff is kind of low vibrational. I mean, entertainment, yes, it's fun, it's entertaining and stuff, but to only want to hear that type of things, like for me. Okay, we got a card. Okay, yes, you are correct. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. So if there was a decision that you made about something that you've been probably thinking about, been wanting to do, you've been considering, it's like whatever decision you made was the right one for you. And this is your confirmation, whether it's something you decided not to do or something you decided to do. It says, yes, you are correct. So whatever decision you ultimately came to is the right one for you. Remember, you should do things that are right for you, not for everyone else. You could take other people into consideration, but for the most part, you should put yourself first. Now, I want to read the book 38. The number 38 may be significant to you in some way. It reduces down to 11. All right, your inner guidance has led you in the right direction. Either you have made the right choice or you know in your heart what that choice should be. Honor and respect that inner guidance by acting on it. If you haven't already right now, others around you might have different opinions from yours or be trying to change your mind. They may have the best of intentions or feel they are protecting you, but they're incorrect. Thank them with love, but continue to follow the path you are on. I'm here to encourage you to trust yourself and your own knowing. Call upon me when your courage fails you, and I will help strengthen your resolve and bolster your faith that you are being divinely guided. So, like I was saying, you got to make the decisions that are best for you. You can consider other people's opinions. However, ultimately, it's your life, your decision to make. And like it says, people may have good intentions. However, they don't know how certain decisions affect you directly. Yes, you have to choose, yes, you have to choose yourself. If you have to choose yourself and turn your back on a person, people, a situation, then you have to do what's right for you. But it says sometimes it can be difficult to make a decision. It can be very difficult, especially if there's an emotional bond or attachment, or you feel like a lot is at stake, when you feel like you don't really know where, maybe even walking away or even going into something new where it's going to lead you. But the thing is, it's like you have to remain faithful, and optimistic that things will work out, as long as you're doing everything that you need to do. But the most important thing is that whatever decision you make, just to keep moving forward, It may be uncomfortable, it may be weird, it may feel foreign, but ultimately you're going to find your footing, and then you're going to reach that point where you feel like, wow, this is the best decision I've ever made, It's a decision that you won't regret making. So I think that would be a good card to keep there as a baseline. Let me put this. Oh, let me share this one too. This one is, 38. What does it reduce down to? I want people, if you're here, put 38. What number does that reduce down to? What number did I say 38 reduces down to? I want to see it in the chat before I show you this. I want to know if you're paying attention. Yes, 11, Ruby. Thank you. Embrace the magical moment. 11. Look at that. Look at that. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. So whatever decision you may have been making may be tied to some sort of manifestation. But if you know about manifestation, yes, you could be in that energy, you could visualize, you could feel, but there's also actions that you need to take. There's certain decisions that you need to make in order to get the wheels in motion. So whatever you're doing, just stay in this energy. Remember, and the energy of when it comes to manifestation, being in the moment, being present, but also envisioning, or in this current moment, imagine what it would be like if you had what it is that you're trying to manifest. How would you feel? How would you live? How would you look? Then you have to act as if you already have it, because then it puts you in the vibration to be in alignment with it. You know what I mean? So I love that. 11. Oh, thank you, Ruby. Thank you for playing. But I'm going to read the book too. Okay. 11. There are times in every soul's human experience when the perfect energy comes together for all your dreams to come true. You can call it the stars aligning or having a run of good luck, but however you phrase it, the result is the same. It's pure magic. The truth is, this kind of energy is always available to you. You just aren't aware of how to tap into it. But occasionally you accidentally shift into the space of manifesting what you truly want. And then there's no stopping you. Nothing can hold you back from the magical life you deserve. I wish I could tell you that this will last forever, but that's not usually the case in the human experience. So here's my advice, and this is the author's advice. Take advantage of this moment. Ride the wave. Don't question how and why things are happening. Just allow it all to unfold. Make as many wishes as you can and keep up the faith around each one. Because in the end, that's what this is all about. Faith. Now go, go, go. go make magic. See, so some of you may be manifesting something. Oh my gosh, I'm going to show you this because we remember we're talking about, yes, you are correct. And now we got to embrace this magical moment. Because maybe sometimes when you make certain decisions, it's like I said, it sets certain things in motion because you have to put yourself in that energy. To put yourself in a certain energy, that's a decision. To be optimistic, that's a choice. That's a choice that you make. That's your power. But look at that, what we have right here. It was underneath the embrace the magical moment. Make a decision. What aligns with you? Whatever weighs heavy on your heart, then that's not for you. Your heart should be aligned to whatever it is that you're thinking, that you're wishing. There needs to be balance. You need to consider what choices you can make that will bring balance within your heart, your mind, and will keep you aligned to whatever it is that you may be wanting for yourself, maybe wanting to manifest, especially if you're already in that energy and you make a decision and it aligns with you. And sometimes it's all it takes. It's just one decision. You're one decision away from making something happen, like a wish come true or anything, whatever it is that you have in your mind, whatever it is that you have in your heart. Okay. Should I read that book? Should I read from the book for 19? Let me know, because then I could go on to the next one, but I kind of want to read the make a decision. Let me know. Do you want me to read from the book? You can say no. It's okay. If you don't say anything, I'm going to read it anyway. Thank you, Ruby. Make a decision. Let me get the card out so you can see it too. It's funny because there's an Egyptian goddess. I forgot, is it goddess or god? And when we pass away, this is a part of the Greek mythology. There's the goddess or god, I forgot who it is, that is weighs our souls when we die. They use a feather and they measure it to see if it's like balanced, like do we have a lot of burdens, sadness, or like did we live our life the way we're supposed to, all that stuff. They weigh it just to discern where do we go. Do we go to upstairs or downstairs, but I just wanted to share that because you always see this feather in the heart, and that's part of Egyptian mythology. So the time has come for you to make a choice. So often when people are conflicted about a decision, it's because they are comparing the repercussions of choosing to make themselves happy versus giving someone else what they want. My heavenly perspective is that you can arrive at a choice from within one of these three spaces: the mind, the heart, and angelic or divine guidance. Notice where your eye is drawn in the image. The sword, the mind; the white feather, angelic guidance. Also, the sword is right here in the middle. The feather is the angelic guidance, and the ruby is your heart. Oh, Ruby! Look at that, Ruby! I said your name. This may provide you with guidance as to which aspect of your human existence might be especially helpful at this time. Look at that, Earth Angel, the divine, and we're talking about divine guidance. Welcome. The scales represent your desire for all these things to be in balance. But if that were the case, then you probably wouldn't be receiving this message at this time. You would have already made a choice because it would be easy. Ask yourself if you have too often gone with the option of making someone else happy. Let me see. Okay, let me read that again so it can flow. Ask yourself if you have too often gone with the option of making someone else happy at your own expense. Then ask yourself if it isn't time for you to bring the scales back into balance by choosing what you truly want. I will support you in whatever you choose. Look at that. I will support you with whatever you choose, because whatever you choose, it's supposed to be, it keeps everything in balance. Your mind, your heart, and your faith. You trusting in divine. It's going well, thank you. Ruby, you can answer Earth Angel's question. Okay, so we're gonna go into the What's the News deck. Let's see. Ruby. That's so funny, Ruby, that your name came up. That is so funny. The heart. Ruby is the heart. Well, at least in that depiction, it's a heart. But a ruby is a red stone. It's July's birthstone, actually. Yeah, ruby is July's birthstone. Interesting. Guess what? In a couple, wait, we got 10 more days, right? Wait, we're 21st. Happy Father's Day, if anyone's a father watching. We have 9 more days before June is over. I think they're looking for the deadbeat dads. Just like. Earth Angel, are you a comedian or what? Okay, let's see. What does the collective need to know? Whoever's here, whoever watches the live, the replay, whoever's watching the live stream, are there any messages that collective needs to know that may resonate with them at this time? Anything they need to look out for? What's the current energy? What's the current energy? Oh, no. Okay, so... Okay, the blues, scared, heavy emotions, mental distress. I know, I'm going to be honest. Lately, this resonates with me. I'm just going to say, okay? I have been so, sensitive lately. So, I've been crying a lot lately. I've been crying. And I'm like, I don't know how I have this many tears coming out of me. I'm surprised I'm not done. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so stressful. I don't know. It's like, what they call it is what they say is that song. It's one of them days. And it's true. Lately I've been sensitive. And the thing is, for real, you too. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only crybaby here. And I say that with love because, for us, the ones who are very sensitive and very emotional, we need to cry because this is what helps us release those emotions, Hey, Betty. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're all interconnected. We're all connected. And it's funny because earlier today, I did a meditation, but it was this Joe Dispenza's meditation. It was a little weird, the way he was chanting, or I think that was chanting. But it was at this moment, it was about, it said universal mind, universal love. And the whole time I was just crying, not but it's just tears just kept falling from my eyes, And he's like, I think it was a way of us becoming nothing in the sense that, we define ourselves as people or who we are, our identities. But then with that, I think the whole point of the meditation was just for us, because he did it live somewhere, but that he shared it on his page, his YouTube channel. And it's just for us to remember that we all come from the same place. We're all connected, But it's if you're not awake, if you're still trapped in your dream, if you know anything about the 4 agreements, or trapped in someone else's dream, then you're not aware of how connected we all are. And then some of us, we allow ourselves to be divided by certain belief systems, religions, ideas of race, culture. Okay. Now we got liftoff, fast action, progression, forward, the wait is over. Okay. You know what is, well, since the first card we had is the blues and then liftoff, I feel like some of us probably have to like deal with whatever emotions we're gonna, because there's probably gonna be something happening. It's like, think about the burdens. If you're holding in a lot of trauma from past pain, disappointments, it weighs us down. But if we allow ourselves to process our emotions, to even allow ourselves to even feel our emotions and cry and do whatever it is that we need to do to release them, to not keep it stuck inside of us, this is going to lighten us. This is going to allow whatever it is that's meant for us to happen. This is giving me Eight of Wands energy, like something happening very quickly. But it's like once the blockages, once the burdens, once the weight, once the stress, pressure is released, then this is when things start to change, when things start to improve, things start to elevate for us. I'm going to include myself in this because, we were talking about our emotions. Well, Christy's emotion was emotional. Was anybody else emotional too? I'm not sure who you're talking to, Earth Angel. Okay, so fast action, progression, forward, the wait is over. So remember earlier we were with the Archangel Michael deck, and the first card we had is Yes, You Are Correct. And I was talking about how, certain decisions, you make a certain decision, whatever decision you make, what if it's like stop something or to do something, to end something or start something. It's the right choice for you because you're choosing it for you. Right? You have to make choices that are for you. And it's like, once you go through that process, the stress, the anxiety of having to make the decision, even the fear that's tied to the unknown, moving past this energy is going to allow you to lift off into this. I'm not sure who Kenzie is, so I'm just going to time you out. Let's see. Have weird messages. Sounds like a bot was here. Okay, what else? So it's like I was saying, like it's this heaviness. I think that for some of us, we're in this purging process. Yes, that's the perfect word. Purging. We're purging. We're purging. Because whatever toxicity, whatever is still stuck in us, trauma, toxicity, pain, all that, it has to be released. It has to be channeled. It has to be purged. Because that's been weighing us down, How I think in rockets, with rockets or something, sometimes they have to dump fuel at one point because they probably have too much or they don't need it. For some reason, they have to dump something. So think about it. Like maybe it's a lot of pent up energy, but it could be like negative energy that we need to purge, that we need to remove. And then once we process it, we go through the blues, maybe like it may feel like a withdrawal for some of us, depending on what it is. But once we get past that point, this is where we're going to see things change for us and improve. Like you're going to be able to move forward. Balance, peace, and happiness came out. We're going to be in harmony, balance, peace. We're going to be in alignment, balance. What do we have here? With make a decision. Oh my gosh. I was just wanted to show you the make a decision card. Right? Balance. Everything, our heart, our souls, our faith. It has to be balanced. It has to be in alignment, right? This is going to allow there to be a magical moment. There's going to be some sort of there's going to be a feeling where everything's going to come into alignment. You're going to, I don't know, may feel start to feel different within yourself, or you start to see things manifest, even the littlest things. You see things starting to align, the synchronicities, the signs. But this is so funny because underneath the make a decision card was let it go. And what was I talking about? Purging. Excuse me. Okay, I think this is so relevant because look at this. Let it go. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. If I think it's like I said, that we dump like the rockets or jets or something dumps fuel, right? Because it doesn't have a purpose anymore. It's not no longer needed, or they don't. Yeah, it's no longer needed. I think that's the reason. You can let me know if I'm right or wrong. I can't tell how many people are here. How many people are here? 12. Oh, welcome. My name is Tan. This is Artemis Oracle. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for subscribing. If you did, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. So let it go. The situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connection to the past so you can embrace the future. The future. You can't hold on to the past. There are certain things that we need to release. Some of the past stuff is inside of us that needs to be purged. That could be why some of us have been deeply emotional. It's funny, I believe the moon is currently in Virgo, and Virgo is that hermit energy where you probably, I don't know if anybody has been wanting to be by themselves, not really wanted to deal with anybody, wanting just a break, Some of you may resonate with that. I think the moon is currently in Virgo, but yeah, it's like everything's going to come into alignment. But the thing is, it's like you can't have things holding you down, burdening you, keeping you stuck or stagnant, creating blockages that don't allow things to flow to you. So I'm gonna read the let it go card. Frequently, the activities you humans engage in are focused on freedom. You want to be released from old ideas, expectations, fears, worries, dramas, stories you tell yourself, the past, and more often than you can imagine, other people. Sometimes what you want is physical freedom, but usually it's emotional, mental, or spiritual freedom that you are asking for. The tricky part is getting people to participate in their own release. You might be shocked by how many souls are afraid, deep down, of freedom. I can use my sword of light to sever the energetic connections to what makes you unhappy. But your free will gives you the right to not let go. Metaphorically, I can unlock the prison. But if you refuse to leave the cell, then there's nothing I can do. So sometimes we choose to stay in the prisons, our own prisons. The door could be wide open. We could ask, the key could be right on the lock. But some of us may choose to stay locked in our prisons. Archangel Michael is saying that he can help free us, But the thing is, we have to ask. Because the way it works, the angels need us to say, I need your help. Can you help me? Can you sever this bond? Can you sever this connection? Can you sever this cord? Can you provide me guidance? Can you show me the way? Am I on the right path? They can't tell us unless we ask them. I want you to be free. You may even believe that you are desperate to be free, but there's something you're holding on to. Is it a memory, an idea or story, a person? Ask yourself if you have given the past power over you, over your happiness in the present, because you're afraid you'll never be that happy in the future. If so, it's time to dismiss that false notion. Have courage that you can stand in your own power and live in the now. You can ask me to sever the energetic connections that hold you back 1,000,000 times, and I will never tire of doing it. But I will do it over and over with joy, but we'll both be even more joyful if you can make the choice to really, finally, actually let go. So you have to ask yourself, what is it that you're holding on to? What is it that's keeping you stuck? What ideas, people, situations, feelings, ideas, beliefs are you still holding on to that's keeping you stuck? So some of us, we could be at this place where we're like going through the purge. I'm thinking about the movie now. Some of us could be going through that purge, but some of us don't realize that we need to go through that purge. There's something that we need to release, that we need to let go of, that no longer serves us. And it's funny that the let it go card goes before make a decision, you know? So 18 and 19, just so you can see. 18 and then 19. So let it go, let it go. All right. But see, the blues, going through that purge, allowing yourself to go through the depression, the emotions, processing whatever is causing you some sort of distress. Because remember, this distress, the mental distress is causing the heavy emotions. And the fear is coming from not knowing what to do, not knowing if things will improve, if things will change. But just as long as you believe in Archangel Michael, you believe in God, spirit angels are always with you, always supporting you. I know some people believe in the person downstairs. Even they will help you, depending. Like, you know, everybody has their own belief systems, you know, for a reason. It's interesting to hear the Satanists' perspective. Because but the thing is, we're not talking about Satan now, right? But they have their, in a way, it's like, okay, it kind of makes sense. I mean, it's not like, you know, but, you know, still, I'm open-minded. That's what it is. But I'm not saying I'm going to be over there with, you know, anyway, cosplaying as Lucifer. But yeah, it's like once you allow yourself to process the emotions, identify where the emotions are coming from, the source, and being able to, you know, do what you need to do the work. There are going to be some things that are going to be difficult to hold on to, but the thing is, it's like letting things go, even if it's little by little, because progress still counts. You know, every step counts as going forward, you know, even if it's one step at a time. You know, it doesn't have to be a giant step. It doesn't have to be you're running or sprinting or jogging, but it's just even a little step that counts as something. It counts as effort towards a new direction or as moving forward. But all that stuff it weighs on us. It weighs on our hearts. It weighs on our minds. And it ultimately keeps us stuck. And like, as I was saying, I keep saying, once you go through the process and like discerning what it is that needs to be cut out, what needs to be removed, what needs to be changed, whether it's internally or externally, mentally or emotionally, this is where the liftoff is going to happen, you know? And then this allows you to move into harmony and to be in the flow, to go with the flow. I don't know. I'm thinking about the Chariot card for some reason. Okay. Let me see. I see an ant here. I'm gonna leave you alone. You're not bothering me. Let's see. No, not this stuff. Okay, so you subscribe to my channel just to tell me that? Can I tell you how pathetic you are? You go on my channel, subscribe, because you have to be subscribed to comments, and you say all that. I'm sorry that your life is miserable and you feel like you have no power, like you have no control, but that's your fault. You need to take accountability for yourself, Melanie. Yes. So that's why Melanie is going to hell. Hell is the hideout. I'm like the hide user. Like, how are they going to come on the channel? and then say bullshit. Like, no, you're bullshit, Melanie. Go get a fucking life. You know, you want to be miserable like you are, then go be miserable somewhere else, you dummy. Okay? And you're making Melanie's look bad. How dare you? Exactly. All right. So, thank you, Mr. Bear. Okay. So I have this Healing Waters Oracle deck. I haven't used this on my channel before. And I actually haven't, I don't know if I've ever used this deck for myself, but I tried it today. And to know if I'm connected to a deck, I see what message comes out. And if I feel like there's a connection, then I'm like, okay, this is perfect. So it's going to be reading the energy. Because yesterday I did a reading for myself and I used a totally different Oracle deck. And it was the Pocket Archetypes. And the card that I got was Underworld. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's about going into the shadow. You know, that's the shadow self. Going into the deep, dark aspects of ourselves. And this is where I was talking about Satanists. I don't really subscribe to that. I don't really subscribe to any like sort of belief systems like that. You know, just so everybody knows, in case Melanie got it all twisted, you know, she got her thong in a bunch. But the thing is, when it comes to those belief systems, they touch on the shadow aspects of ourselves. I know we're supposed to be love and light, but the thing is in order to find the light, you have to go through the dark. You know, you have to be comfortable in the dark. It's scary. It's, you know, but we have to know those deep, dark aspects of ourselves. You know, the parts of us that, you know, have a lot of fear, even shame, all that stuff. But in order to move past it, you have to go through it. Right? There's no way around it in any way, you know? And the whole point of me saying that is I got the Underworld card yesterday. So today I was choosing a deck and I was like, you know, I haven't used this deck on my channel. So I was shuffling and I was like, let me see what message they have for me. And the card that I got was Into the Unknown. And one of the key words was underworld, you know? So I'm like, okay, yep, I'm definitely going to use this deck today because there's a connection there. So let's see what messages we get for the collective. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Ugh. I hate when people come, like, I don't know how people have the gall to be like that, to do that. I don't know how people could go on other people's channels and say that. I mean, like, say what she said. You don't know me. You don't know me. Who the hell are you, Melanie? If that's your real name. Like, shit, I know I'm Melanie. How dare you taint that name with your negativity? Shit, making Melanie's look bad. I think her name is Karen. I'm sorry if there's any Karens here. Hey, Only King Gaming. Let's see. What message does, you know, like if a person comes like that, I always like I keep on with them because I need a punching bag sometimes. And if anybody comes on my channel and does that, they become the punching bag of the day. All right, let's see. So if there are any fathers here, happy Father's Day. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you're a deadbeat, the NYPD are looking for you. Because the helicopter keeps passing by. Let's see. Cause I hate it's gonna hate. You got me thinking about the Taylor Swift song, Shake It Up. Shake it up. So I was learning, I think it was Friday or yesterday. Taurus, the Chiron, I think that's a constellation. I have to remember what it is. But Chiron moved into Taurus. And if anybody knows, Chiron is the wounded warrior, also the wounded healer. And it makes me think about that Rumi quote. I'm trying to shuffle here, but I cannot. What's that Rumi quote? Rumi, where the light. Okay, the quote is, the wound is the place where the light enters you. I'll share this with you. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Sometimes those wounds are deep, but eventually they come to light, and then that's where the healing can come through. That's when the healing could come in. Okay, the water carrier came out. What really matters, reflect and reprioritize. Doesn't have a number, but the water carrier. And then we have another card, Cosmic Ocean. Current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. Remember, we were talking about making a decision and stuff like that, but it's like when you make a decision about something where it's the right decision for you, and then that creates a new beginning, because you're going to be moving away from what is and entering into basically the unknown. And then we have water codes, ancient wisdom, the intelligence is within you. So that may be significant too. But I want to go into the book to read exactly what the messages are. The water carrier. The water carrier. Okay, got it. Let me read this to you. Let me read this real quick, because I don't want to be reading stuff that's unnecessary. Okay, I'm going to read the last paragraph. It's time to take a moment to pause, reflect, and reprioritize, to focus on what really matters, to chop wood and carry water, to care for those in our community, to understand what's really, truly important, and to act accordingly. So the questions that they ask are, what are you worrying about or doing that's a waste of time, energy, and resources? And what are you being called to focus on instead? You know, sometimes we focus so much on all the things that we're worried about that we lose sight of what's the most important thing, you know? And it could be like the most menial things that we need to do to keep us grounded, like cleaning the house, washing the car. It could be those little menial things, right? And they may not be meaningful in any way, you know? But sometimes we distract ourselves from things that we're supposed to be focusing on, you know? But what is it that you're supposed to be focusing on? I know Chrissy said that prioritizing herself, putting herself first. But what are you focusing on? And you don't have to put it in the chat, but it's something for you to think about. What are you putting your time and energy towards that really isn't serving you? And what should you be focusing on instead? Where can you be redirecting that energy, that intention, the attention to? That's better. That's for your highest good. That's for your betterment, your healing. Let's see. The Cosmic Ocean. Current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. So remember the choice. When you make a choice, you make a decision, it's creating a new beginning, a blank slate for yourself, a different path than what you're taking. You know, even if it's like you deciding not to do something or you deciding to do something, you know, whether it's a yes for you, an acceptance of something, or a rejection of something. This card is one of promise, hope, and new beginnings. What dreams are making their way into your consciousness? What is it that you're dedicated to creating? While the manifestation may not be immediate, time will bring things to fruition. Trust in the whispering dreams of your destiny. Just as the new beginnings of a stream may one day flow into the vast ocean, something new is beckoning to be born. So dare deep and wide. Dream your future into reality. And the soul inquiry, the question is, what's the biggest dream you have that even you are yet to admit? You know, this is the hermit energy, because if you think about the hermit card, he's on this solo journey, he's on his own. He's isolated, he's introspecting, he's reflecting, he's taking in his experiences, he's taking time to heal, but he's also in discovery. He's in search of what his greatest wish is. He is holding his wish, but the thing is, it's like you can make so many wishes, but what is your greatest wish? What is the biggest dream that you have yet to discover about yourself? You know, what have you not yet tapped into when it comes to what it is you want for yourself, your future, your life? Now let's go into the last card, water codes. I thank you all for being here. I don't know how many people, 8 people. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. If you're new, my name is Tan. I'm Artemis Oracle, and I don't take shit from trolley-like people, even though trolls stay under their bridge and don't bother people. So people who want to, you know, come onto other people's channels, they need to stop. Okay, you want to talk about your crap and stuff, create your own channel, and you could do that on your time, but not here, honey. Okay, we want good vibrations here. All right, we go into the shadows. You know, I'm all about that, but I don't want people's bringing their trash here. You know, like your negativity. I don't need it. I got enough. I'm a Scorpio. Okay, I have enough Scorpio. Okay, I got enough venom. Okay, I don't need nobody else's. I got plenty to spare though. Okay, water codes. Let's see. I had to say that because I don't know how you're gonna. I have subscriber mode on. She waited 5 whole minutes to do that. Let's all process the fact that somebody waited 5 minutes to say something negative. That means she had 5 minutes that she could have been doing something better, but she waited to say something stupid. Let's take that into consideration. What are you wasting your time on when you could be doing something better than bothering or putting nonsensical comments? Come on. 5 minutes. You gotta wait 5 minutes. Right? That's what it says, 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. Somebody needs to reprioritize some things. Okay, water codes. Like if you have 5, I'm saying this because, and I just want somebody to think, because I don't know if there's somebody else waiting 5 minutes to say something dumb. You have 5 minutes and you're waiting to say something dumb. Why don't you take your 5 minutes and do something more productive? That's wasting time. Exactly. And this is what we learn when we're children. I'm just giving somebody a warning. If you're waiting 5 minutes I'm going to delete your comment and then I'm going to block you, you know? So don't waste your time, okay? Because your messages are going to be seen or heard. It's going to be seen by me, but you're going to end up in the milk carton. All right, water codes. Ancient wisdom, intelligence is within you. Okay, let me see this. It mentions the goddess Bridget, a Celtic goddess associated with water, particularly water wells, many of which were named in her honor. Even today, there's a huge shrine to her at Glastonbury's White Springs. It was once believed that the future king of the land had to drink Bridget's well waters to be initiated into rule. Let me see. Okay, what if we could remember the lost wisdom of our ancient ancestors, learn from their mistakes, and reconnect to those wise ones who lived in deep reverence of the waters and the earth? What if through working with water, we could bring about healing on this water planet? Because in this deck, it talks about water is 70% of the earth, you know, and only 21% of it has been explored. You know, the ocean floor has been explored. I mean, it says you're an ancestor. We're ancestors. We're going to be ancestors, okay? You're an ancestor of times yet to come, called to reconnect with the wisdom of nature and the waters and be guided accordingly. You're a visionary of these times. Connect to the intelligence of the waters and lead. And there's a healing waters activation. I'm ready to unlock the lost wisdom within the waters of the world. I'm ready to unlock the lost wisdom of within the waters of myself. I'm ready to remember and to be led. You know, I don't know if any of you believe in hi Lion Sky, how are you? I don't know if some of you believe in water magic, but they say that we could talk to water and water has memory. It holds memory. So we could talk into our water. So if you have like say something like a manifestation, you know, something that you wish for, something that you could speak it into the water. People like to scry through water. But I would suggest if that's something that's like so simple to do and you can set a really good intention for yourself. I believe in like doing magic for yourself. I don't believe in doing magic for other people, you know? So that's why, yeah, because I feel like we should be focusing our energy on ourselves to be better. And then this is how we can make a better impact on the world, or at least the people, our community or family, whoever we encounter, right? But you know, it's good for us to start making good intentions for ourselves, you know, so that we could be in the embodiment of the changes or the lives that we wish to experience, right? But like that's a nice way to do a little water magic, you know. That's water magic. You speak into a cup of water and you could set an intention. I've heard that some people like you could take a cup of water, right? Before you go to bed, you set an intention, you drink half the water, right? And then in the morning, you have to remember the intention that you set, and then drink the water again. And it's like you completed like a little ritual right there. But remember, it's all in our head. Remember, everything that exists were ideas. You know, this book is an idea that somebody manifested, and now we get to have it in our hands, or I get to have it in my hands. Sunglasses, idea that was manifested. You know, everything that we have around us was an idea that was created. All right. So imagine what you can create with the ideas, but imagine what bad ideas you could create. This is why you have to be careful with how you think. Remember the way you speak too. You remember your words are tied to your thoughts. Your words are your wand. So what magic are you creating? You know, what are you creating for yourself? What are you creating for your environment? This is where we have to take accountability, you know, because if you're constantly looking for negativity, like certain people that we won't mention, like Melanie, and then you're always going to be seeing negativity, you know, and this is why people are miserable, because they're only focusing on the negative. Thank you so much, Lion Sky. I like when people come like that because they're lessons. They show you if you take time to spread negativity, guess what you are? Negative. Negative. If you spend time spreading positivity, it's because you are positive. There's plenty of other channels that, you know, have negativity. So she's welcome there. People like her are welcome there. Here, I want to help. That wasn't helpful. You know, so we have to be mindful of our thoughts, because our thoughts become our words, and it's what we create, you know. We create our realities. I know there's somebody saying, no, I don't know. Yeah, but the thing is all you're about perception. If you're looking only at the negative, I'm like, yeah, and I'm not about toxic positivity. If you feel like shit, allow yourself to feel like shit and get past it, you know, like experience whatever you're feeling, process, understand, gain clarity, get information, learn, because our emotions are teachers, you know. They teach us what we like, what we don't like, what makes us uncomfortable, what makes us comfortable, what makes us feel safe, and what makes us feel unsafe. But if you're not paying attention to those emotions, then you're not learning anything. If you don't process the emotions, you're not learning anything. You know, this is how we learn about ourselves. When we learn about ourselves, we understand ourselves. When we understand ourselves, we better understand people. We have more compassion for people. That's my belief. The most important person we need to understand is ourselves, because we are with ourselves 365/366 days out of a year, 24/7, you know, we're with ourselves all the time. So yeah, this is why it's important for us to process our emotions, learn from them, but then in turn that makes us better people. Because I can't imagine someone who is going through certain things and they process it and learn, but then they're still trash. I don't think that's possible. Certain people, they absorb certain things, you know, they absorb negativity and they start to become negativity, you know. But then if you don't want to be like that anymore, then it's going to be like training day. You're going to have to reform yourself and change your mindset. And then with that change of mindset, that's the change in the way you speak, the way you perceive things, your experiences, even the horrible experiences that you've experienced in the past, or hopefully you don't encounter, but you know, sometimes stuff happens. But whatever we survive, whatever we experience is meant to teach us something. And then whatever we learn, we get to share that with other people, whether it's like me sharing on my channel, or me when I'm interacting with somebody, or you, if you have your own channel or your place of connecting with people, like a blog or whatever you do, whatever creative way you interact with people or network, even if it's in person, you know. So all of us are valuable, you know, even the negative people, because they teach us who we don't want to be. They show us what we don't want to be. They show us how we can be better, how we can do better. You know, they're teachers to us as well, you know. So, but like that water magic, that's an easy thing to do for yourself. I'll tell you this much. Whenever sometimes I'm like, I do it and I say a specific thing, like I want to cleanse myself. Oh, look, and you know, water does that when you ingest it, you know, it helps you. But sometimes I'm like, damn, it went a little too far. I'm like, damn, I feel like I took a laxative or something. I'm joking. No, I'm not. Okay, hi, Sana, how are you? Okay, so remember, you know, we had to process our emotions, go through it, remove the burdens, allow ourselves to elevate, to be light, to be weightless, and then allow ourselves to be in harmony, to be at peace, to feel happiness, to be in balance, you know. But like I said, our emotions are our emotions are our teacher. But that's if we allow ourselves to learn the lesson. Okay. I wasn't trying to do a deep ass reading like that, but you know, with the What's the News deck, it's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get with this deck. You know? I wasn't expecting some deep message like that. And I've been doing this for like an hour already. Oh my God, I could blah, blah, blah. But hopefully there was something that made someone think, to reconsider, maybe an answer to a question. Because sometimes I ask myself certain questions and then I'm like, okay, let's see. Now, I wonder if there's anything else, any other messages, any other message collective needs to know. Any messages does the collective need to know? Well, let's just collectively to know at this time. What message is the collective need to know? Penny pinching, financial struggle, saving up, budgeting. Okay, so some of you may need to consider making sure that you're not overspending. Some of you may be considering saving up for a big purchase, for a home. But if you are facing some sort of financial struggle, that could be the cause of the financial pinching as well. What else? What else does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Oh, okay. Okay. Time. Delay, procrastination, too busy. Okay. Are some of you delaying something? Are you procrastinating on something that you know you're supposed to be doing? Okay. And then we have brick wall, defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. Well, let us think about it. Procrastination can be a defense mechanism to a certain extent, if you think about it. I don't know if these are the same message or separate. I mean, like, are they separate message or one together? But I could read it that way. And the bottom is like, supersize me. I just know that I don't know if anybody was here earlier and I was with this deck and I was like, let me see if this is the card I was talking about that I didn't even say anything about. I was looking for this card. And it's funny, it came out. Doing too much, excessive overindulgence. Yeah, I feel like some of you may have been overspending, may have been overdoing it, been overindulging, and now it's getting to the point where you need to be very careful. This could be some sort of warning or just maybe like a reminder that just to be mindful of the way you're spending your money. But remember, your time is money, your energy is money. So make sure you're not overdoing it with certain things that don't need too much. Don't overgive. Side message. But some of you may need to be more like stay on top of your finances. You know, definitely check your accounts. See where you're spending, where you can cut certain corners, like what are unnecessary or frivolous purchases you're making. Because some of you may be wanting to get something, maybe wanting to do something. Maybe some of you have been considering saving money, but may have been procrastinating in some way. Not sure why. If that resonates with you, you'll know why. But for some of you, if you wait too long, you may hit a roadblock. So if there's something that you need to take action on, do what you need to do. I don't know if there's a certain bill that needs to be paid or a certain now I want to say there could be a certain application that you need to submit that if you don't submit it on time, it's going to create a lot of blockages, like maybe a lot of delays. I don't know, like I'm thinking grants. Something to do with grants. Like financial aid, financial assistance, something like that. Because there may be certain changes happening that if you don't act quickly, if you procrastinate too long, you may miss out on something. You may miss out on some opportunity that could possibly help you, may put you in a better financial place. Okay, that may not resonate with, but brick wall, defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. Now, I don't know if some of you are okay. If some of you maybe, okay, this is what came to me right now. I don't know if some of you are dealing with another person and this person hasn't really been in contact with you. Seems to not be busy. I mean, seems to always be busy. Like, how hard is it to send a fucking text? It doesn't take that long, right? Even a voice note. Somebody actually timed it. It takes 9 seconds to send a voice note. It doesn't take that long. So when somebody says, oh, it's too busy. No, you just didn't care. You just didn't give a fuck. You just didn't want to. You know, hi, Monette, how are you? Yeah, so for some of you, it could be that. Like this, there could be somebody who's experiencing some sort of financial issues and maybe very much focused with trying to resolve those issues before they reach out to you. And that could be the reason why. But for some of you, it could be an excuse that someone has. That could be an excuse. Okay, now I'm looking at this doing too much card. She looks so cute though. Look at her. I know she's a big girl. Like, and big girls need love. I'm a big girl too, but I'm not that big. But she's so cute. Look at her face. But there, some of you could be overindulging at something, or you could be dealing with somebody who's overindulging, and that could be why they're having financial issues. Oh, I'm glad you're here too. I hope you're having a great day so far. Let me see. Yeah. So I want to clarify this. Let me see something because the wind is picking up and where is, oh, I just go in that bag. Okay, let me just put that there. All right, let me get my deck. Okay, well, I want to clarify each card separately, and then we'll see if it creates a whole story, if it's separate, you know? But thank you so much for everyone who's here now. I really appreciate you. I hope everybody's having a great day or evening. I'm from NYC. Look at that, the Ace of Cups and the Star card. Oh my gosh, shut up, Tanya. Shut up. No. I'm a star, I'm a star, I'm a star. I'll be shining wherever you are. I have to say it. Good morning, Vaishnavi. How are you? I'm a star, I'm a star, I'm a star. You're so close to me, but I'm so far. Good morning. It's good. It's morning here in New York City. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. And just in case you don't know, I'm Puerto Rican. Puerto Riqueña, Latina. But I don't speak Spanish. I speak a little bit of Spanish. If you want me to sing to you in Spanish, I can do that, you know? Y tú das vueltas en mi mente. Y yo. Okay, let's see what this penny pitching is. Does anybody know who Mark Anthony is? He's a Puerto Rican salsa singer. And he sings that song, Baby, baby, la 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 la. That song popped up in my head. Voy a reír, voy a gozar, baby, baby, la 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 la. That's a good song. Even if you don't understand what he's saying, it's a good song. Okay, let's see what this penny pinching is. Penny pinching. Penny pinching. Ooh, look, the page print. Why did I make that? Why did I do that? That's my tagline. The Page of Pentacles. Look at this. Definitely, this is definitely finances for penny pinching. Yes. This, I don't know if somebody's planning to move because this is a page. And a page, is somebody going to college to a dorm? Like moving to a dorm? I don't know. For some reason, I got this. I don't know if anybody's a parent here who has a child going into college. Oh, he did? I didn't even watch, I didn't really watch the news. I just know there's bad things happening in the world. And I pray every night to God and the angels that everyone is safe and protected. Um, but yeah, he is awesome though. I mean, got his issues, but everybody's got their issues, right? We all do. But look, the Page of Pentacles with the Four Swords. I don't know, somebody saving up for a new home. I don't know, some of you need to save up for a new bed because your bed is so uncomfortable. I just imagine, because I know what it's like to have like uncomfortable bed, But someone needs to save money, for, I don't know if somebody's planning some sort of purchase. That's what I'm getting. It could have to do with home. It could be about moving. But the Four Swords is about healing. It's about resting. It's about taking a break. So I don't know, some of you are planning to take a vacation, wanting to take a small vacation, even a mini vacay or staycay. Yeah. Because some of you may need to clear your head about something, like take time away from something that may have been mentally exhausting. So, this card wanted to come out. Ay, coño. Ay, coño. Who were we talking about earlier today? The Hermit. He showed up. Yeah, some of you may be needing to save money because you need a break. You need to take time off from something that has been emotionally exhausting, maybe mentally exhausting. Maybe you've been working somewhere and the Two of Pentacles came out, but I'm going to take it, because what I was going to say was that some of you, if it's about a work, maybe some of you are planning to leave a job. And you probably, I don't know if any of you have been trying to find a job before you leave a job, but it may be getting to that point where you're like, I don't think I can wait until I get a new job to leave. So some of you may be having to, maybe considering, because I know I did this for myself years ago, start planning to save, so that if you ever come to that decision where you're like, okay, yeah, it's time for me to go, but you want that cushion just in case you don't have anything set, don't have a job already, like in waiting. Some of you may be deciding to do that. I would say, if that's your story, definitely make sure that you have enough to keep you where you can, enough funds saved or reserved where you can, you could be without work for like 6 months, Hopefully it won't take that long, but it doesn't hurt to have that much money saved up, about 6 months. I know they usually say like an emergency fund is like 3 months. I would say 6 months, so that you could be more comfortable. And, I think, but the thing is, if you decide to do that, it may put you in a place of where you may be financially struggling, or where you're going to be penny pinching. But if there's something that has been mentally exhausting to you that you need to take a break from, maybe that you need to realign yourself, or it could just simply be a vacation. I would say, do what you can, try to balance your resources, balance your finances. Even if you're not trying to save something, but maybe some of you are planning a vacation, but you're like trying to weigh, okay, what can I do? Where can I go with what I have already, And maybe some of you are looking for like some sort of vacation or somewhere where you could go where it won't be too expensive, and you don't really have to, you don't need that much money. But you may be trying to reconcile your books or balance whatever resources you have to make some sort of purchase, to either leave a job that has been mentally exhausting, or to take a break, a vacation. If it's a purchase, I would say definitely do your research, because whatever you're buying, if it's something kind of big, that you want to make sure that you're buying something that doesn't put you in a deficit, like it's worth the value. The value is worth it. Okay, so that's Virgo energy there. with the King of Swords is air sign energy, and then the Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles is earth sign energy as well. So that's Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Okay, so the next card we have is time. What is it that the collective maybe needs to know about time? What does the collective need to know about time? 5. I don't know if, okay. I don't know if some of you if it has to do with employment. I don't know if some of you feel like you're not being recognized, you're not being seen, you're not being rewarded or compensated properly, where you feel like you're like living paycheck to paycheck. And that could be like, it may be the time for you to start thinking about what your next move is, like what you may need to end. The Death card is Scorpio energy. What needs to be changed? What needs to be transformed? Maybe some of you have been procrastinating with making some sort of changes when it comes to your career. Now, because maybe some of you're always busy at work, but it's like your pay doesn't match the work. You're not being properly compensated for the amount of work that you're doing. And maybe some of you, if we think the procrastination, some of you have been taking too long to make a decision about closing out a cycle, ending something, or even transforming something, because the Death card is about ending and transformation. So something needs to, the sun needs to set before it can rise again. And I say that because the sun is right here in the background. So the sun needs to set before it can rise again. So there's something that you may be needing to end, and it could be being in this place of lack. And it could also be within your job. There's something that definitely needs to change, because 5s are about change. So there needs to be some sort of change when it comes to your finances. It could be a change in how you're spending your money. It could be a change in how you're spending your resources, your time, your energy, even your love. So there's something that you may have been procrastinating. Remember earlier today, we had the Make a Decision card and the Let It Go card. So what is it? What is it that you need to put the Death card to? What is it that you need to end? We got 13 and 9 here. Okay, so 13 is the Death card and 9 is the Hermit. Oh, crap. I was shuffling my cards wrong. I saw the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, what is it? I think it's tied to finances. It's like, okay. Another thing is too, because remember I always say energy is currency. I think it's about you thinking about how you've been spending your time and energy. And if there's something that you've been wasting your time doing, that you've been procrastinating and changing, now is the time, because if the change isn't made, you don't want to miss that moment. Remember, the card was talking about when things are starting to align for you. Yes, you are correct. And when things are starting to align for you, that it may feel magical, make as many wishes as you can. There may be a certain moment that you may be coming to, that once you make some sort of change, there's going to be this opportune time for you to manifest, make wishes for your benefit. And you don't want to let that moment pass, because once that moment passes, you don't know when it's going to come back. And then that brick wall is going to keep you stuck. So I'm tying it all together. But there's something that needs to change, something that you need to end, maybe something you need to do over. You're not getting paid enough. I hope you're getting paid. Let's see. Oh, this is a message for me too. I have to have a conversation with somebody. Okay. Oh, that card fell. The moon. The moon card. This could be that. Remember, because the Five of Pentacles, I read it as like the scarcity mindset, feeling unworthy, lack of self-worth, not thinking that you deserve to be happy or that you're worthy of receiving something or worthy of healing, worthy of sanctuary. It could be that too. It could be tied to a sense of unworthiness. It could be something that's deeply rooted, something that's been hidden, something that you keep hidden. It could be your emotions, something that you have yet to process. If you look at it from that aspect. But this is, what I'm thinking is like, whatever this decision is, it could be something that you think about a lot at night. Oh, I'm sorry, Christy. Okay. Wow. That was really helpful, I guess. Depending on how you look at it, you're like, wow, like, who's gonna pay for the Uber? Like, that could have been money that goes to the. But it's a job that you get paid, right? Like you do get a paycheck. I hope you're earning money, because if you're working and you're not making money, there may be definitely. This sounds like something this like you have to start looking. Oh, it's funny. The brick wall card. The brick wall card. Defense mechanism guarded, hard to reach. So what is this brick wall? The sun. The sun. Oh, so this definitely needs to be like penny pinching. Oh wow. Oh, I hope everything works out for you. Okay. I know usually the first paycheck doesn't call. You have to wait like 2 or 3 weeks for the first check, because if you start in the middle of a pay period, or it kind of throws it off, or at the end of a pay period. This is Christy. This is gonna be me right now. But this is the current energy. So eventually, I think that you're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna work out once once you start getting paid, and then But I hope you're being compensated properly. But since you are new, I really don't know. I can't speak for nurses, because nursing is a very difficult career. And thank you for your service, because I don't think people realize how challenging it is, depending on where you work as a nurse too, how difficult it can be, how straining, stressful being a nurse can be. Just as much stress as it is when you're training to become a nurse, Because I see those students. You know, and then some of them I see, I'm like, you want to be a nurse? I don't know. Like, you don't take school seriously. I'll be honest. I'll be like, really? You want to be a nurse? And this is how you go to class? You know? 10 of Cups, the brick wall, defense hard to. This is so weird because the brick wall, I feel like, oh my God, now I know what it is. There's going to be something like there's like an opportune time that you really need to pay attention to, because the brick wall this is a blockage. If there's certain action that you need to take that's very time sensitive, this is saying that take it. Do not waste any more time. Do what you have to do, whatever it is. Because if you miss the opportunity, there's going to be a brick wall. There's going to be some sort of blockage that's going to be blocking your happiness. The fact that we got 2 happy cards coming out with the brick wall. The Sun card is like the happiest card of the deck, they say. And then the 10 of Cups too. Harmony, peace, balance, togetherness, family, love, fulfillment. You know? But then to have these 2 cards come out with the brick wall, there's something that you need to work on. Something that you need to make a decision on. It has to do with finances, and it may have to do with time. It could also do, remember when I say, it could be actual money, but it could also be the way you're spending your energy. So there's something that needs to end. If you don't end something, whatever it is, and like whatever could be time sensitive. Something that has to do with time. There's an opportunity that you may be missing out on that could bring you a lot of happiness. You will know what this is for you. And it has a deadline. There's a deadline, an actual deadline that you do not want to miss. Do not procrastinate. Don't distract yourself with other things. Focus on whatever it is that you need to focus on so that you don't miss the deadline. Because you're something wonderful, something serendipitous, happy is coming, can come. I usually don't like to rush people, like tell people, but there's something, and whoever this message is for, you know what I'm talking about, that there's an opportunity that you need to act on. If it's not no get rich scheme, it's not nothing like that. It's something time sensitive that you need to do. You already know what it is. And it's not a scam. It's not a scam. But for some of you, beware of anything that can be scammy, because I have to put that warning in too, because for someone, they feel like there is a sense of urgency. This is something that, okay, but hopefully take a message as it resonates. Make sure it's not a scam. Do your research. Make sure it's in the up and up. You know, if it's something that you didn't actually initiate and it's something that's coming towards you, I would say kind of beware. But if it's, depending on the person, but if there's something that you were actively seeking and you came across, but there is a time limit, a deadline, and there is a sense of urgency, not someone's trying to pressure you into something, trying to rush you into something, but it's something that you know you have to act on, use your discernment. Always use your discernment. But there's something, there's definitely something that you need to act on. Because it could be blocking happiness. But hopefully it's not a decision that can end up blocking your happiness. So make sure not to take unnecessary risks. The Knight of Swords is someone who acts impulsively. So this is probably a decision that you've already spent enough time thinking about. And now it's reaching that point that you need to make a decision. But if it's a decision that's being rushed, then I would say be wary of that, because it could be 2 ways. It could work for you or it could work against you. Okay, so if Christy, if it's an opportunity you can't miss and you need it, take advantage of it. But there may be somebody that's being rushed into something that that could be a blockage to happiness. Okay. All right, let's see what this doing too much excessive overindulgence. Because I know that's what the shelters are supposed to do. They're supposed to help provide you with resources so that you can move into your own home or apartment, own house or apartment. But for somebody else, it could be a scam. So this is, it depends. Now, what's it doing too much excessive? Because everybody's story is different and we're going through different circumstances. So I don't want to say just one message and then somebody's like, well, you told me to do this and now I lost my retirement fund, you know? So but remember, all messages are just something to think about. I'm not responsible for your life decisions. You are, because you ultimately are living your life and you need, we are responsible for the choices we make. So I always say, do the necessary research and do what you feel is right for you, because everybody's situation is different. You know, what may be right for me may not be a best fit for someone else. It's the same thing with the messages. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Okay, so what is this supersize me? Okay, a King of Cups. Knight of Cups, sorry, Knight of Cups. So doing too much excessive overindulgence. Okay, like think about cups. What can people overindulge in that comes in a cup? It could be two things. Somebody could be over drinking or someone could be over giving. But what is this, Spirit? What's this Knight of Cups with the supersize me? That's water sign energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh, yes, do that, Christy. Do what you have to do. Don't miss out on the opportunity. Wow, that aligns with you. Remember I was talking about saving up for a home, a new bed, maybe moving, money? I like that. Okay. I said doing too much, excessive. Yeah, okay. Overburdened, stress, release, excessive. Too many responsibilities, too many multitasking in some way. Oh, wow. Yeah. I got the 4 wands. Celebration, happiness, success. Remember earlier we were talking about blockages and stuff like that. Remember burdens? I kept saying burdens, pain, stress, anxiety. I know I was saying a bunch of things about burdens though. Releasing a burden is going to allow things to flow in. Success, victory. Look at that. Somebody celebrate homecoming. A homecoming. Yeah. It's been a long wait for some of you. For whatever this is. There could be somebody coming to you. Or this could have been someone who may be, all right, let me see if I can read this a different way. No, but I had to take the supersize me into account because I'm looking at the cards itself. All right, I'm going to tell you what I see with just the tarot cards. The Knight of Cups. There could be a new opportunity coming towards you that may seem like it's burdensome. Like it may come with a lot of responsibilities. It could come with it may be a heavy burden to carry, but ultimately it's something that's going to bring you success. But it's something that it's like, but this is if you're willing to put in the work. Now, when we're adding the supersize me card, this is about making sure that you're not put in a position where an offer is being made to you where you are being overburdened, with a promise of success, a promise of victory, a small level of success, because the Four of Wands and Six of Wands, they're both the success cards, but the Six of Wands is more like a success with overcoming a challenge. But the Four of Wands is more like you had an idea, you went with it, you chose a path, you are reaping the rewards from making that decision. But with the supersize me, it could be something coming in. Some of you could have somebody coming in to you that may be very, like, may have a lot of burdens, may have a lot of stress, may have gone through a lot of stress, or you may be experiencing that yourself, and there could be somebody bringing some sort of relief to you. But it could also, if it's in the aspect of love, this could be somebody that may be coming in to offer help or assistance to you. But I don't think it's love so much. It could be because the Knight of Cups and then the Four of Wands. There could be somebody like doing too much excessive overindulgence. Someone can be, like I said, overindulging. So someone could be doing overindulging in certain things, certain substances, and it could be bringing some sort of burden within the home. It could be that. If we look at the Ten of Wands to the Four of Wands, that could be read in so many different ways. I could read it but I'm not getting love so much. Not so much love. I mean, if it is love, there could be somebody coming at you. They could be like in the love bombing energy. They may come in and act like they're someone that's going to help you or be your savior in some way. Like, oh, we can have this, we can have that together. They may be overdoing it, but I'm not getting love so much. Because I see the Knight of Pentacles underneath. And I don't think this is love. I'm not getting love. I feel like just avoid overdoing something that may cause some sort of blockage, may cause some sort of burdens, unnecessary stress, giving you unnecessary responsibilities that aren't even your own. Because it's important for you to remain stable, to stabilize. Because the four is about stability. 5 is about change. It could also be making sure that you don't allow emotional burdens to block, don't allow your emotions to block you from happiness. Okay, I need to clarify that more. I want more. What is this about? What is the supersize me about? Look at this. I feel like this is the burdens of the past, moving away from the past. Some of you maybe very much overdoing it, we're overthinking, it may be time to stop that. It's time to, I don't like saying this, to get over it, but that's what this is saying. There's something that you need to move past. You need to move past the past. You need to release the past, release those burdens from the past, because that's the only way happiness is going to happen. You're going to hit a brick wall if you don't release whatever it is that you have been holding on to, that you no longer need. Excessive, too much weight. You see this person's overweight, right? These burdens weigh on you. They weigh on you. They weigh on you. How are you going to be high vibing and when you're being you have too much pressure on you? You know what I mean? I think you understand what I'm getting at. When you have a lot of weight on your shoulders, it's hard to really be high vibing, And the weight on your shoulders, the burdens, the stress, the responsibilities, some that are even yours, they're not even yours. Release those. The ones that are yours, you hold on to a process and then eventually release so that you can start over, have a new beginning, right? But you can't be high vibing when you have too much stuff going on, too many things weighing you down. You know, it's time to move past the past and look forward to the Two of Cups that lay ahead. You know, what's bring you balance, harmony, peace. Because the Two of Cups is two people, and it doesn't have to be two people. It could be the right opportunity coming at the right time that aligns with you, that fulfills you in a way that it matches you. It's a match. But it's time to move past the past so that you can have a better future. So it has to do with something from the past that you need to release. You know? We got Taurus energy with the Hierophant coming out. Taurus is a very, like, it's the earth sign, earth stuff. Remember, like, the 3D is very dense. It's very heavy here. But, like, some of those things are in our mind. Well, some of them are actual stresses that we need to work through. But there's certain things that are, like, in our head that we need to release, that we hold on to, that hold no value. They lost its value. They lost its weight in gold. It's time to release it so that you can bring in what's meant for you, to allow things to flow. And earth signs, I'm not saying earth signs, but the earth is very dense. It's very grounded. It's also very stubborn. Like anything that you try to grow, that you try to plant, it doesn't happen that quickly. It's something that takes time and it takes patience, you know? Definitely have patience with yourself. But healing is the same way too, you know? Because when we create, like I said, our thoughts create our reality, right? And if our thoughts create our reality and you're holding on to the past and you keep reliving the past, that's creating a blockage. That's not allowing things to flow. So, oh, look, the Two of Wands came out. You need to leave the past in the past and look towards the future. What lies ahead? What growth you can anticipate experiencing? You know, where do you want to explore? What territories have you yet to charter? You know? But it's about releasing the past for ultimate wish fulfillment. Remember, we had the happy cards with the brick wall. So you don't want to be blocking your happiness because you're holding on to something that you no longer need. That extra weight. You know, the extra weight. The extra weight. I'm saying no, because I'm like, well, I need to lose weight. No, I need to get smaller in size, not in personality. But yeah, don't block out happiness because of the past, you know? So that was very interesting. I hope that reading resonates with you all in some way or another. I think it resonates with Christy. I think it does resonate with Christy. But I wish you luck, Christy. I wish that all the good that's meant for you comes to you, and that this opportunity that's coming towards you, that it brings you everything that you are hoping for and that you need. Oh, what time is it? 11:35. Okay. Let's see. So thank you so much for being here. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tana. Artemis Oracle is my channel. I'm an oracle and tarot card reader. Sometimes I get a little deep, but just so you know, I'm a Scorpio, and that's what we like to do. We like to go deep. And not in the sexual way, but sometimes we do. Well, I receive, so I don't go deep into anybody, but all right. Well, I just saw the Two of Cups. All right. I saw the Two of Cups again with the Emperor. Okay. I want to do a love reading. Let's see. It's going to be 2 hours that I've been here. All right. Oh, I just saw the Lovers and a Fool. Making a choice. Because they said the Lovers card is the choice card. Initially, the choice card. Okay. It is definitely a choice because I saw the King of Swords. All right. This is not the box it goes in 10. Okay. Just bear with me while I get myself in order and put these cards away. Well, look, heart-to-heart conversations, deep conversations, intimate discussions, blunt and honest. Let's see. Well, I'm not going to use this deck. I'm going to go into a different deck. But imagine something comes out in the other deck that has to do with heart-to-heart conversations. Please tell me. I know I brought the deck with me. Let me find it. Oh my gosh, imagine I didn't. Did I bring it? Did I? No. Hold on a minute. I got to check my backpack. Oh, yes. I was so worried. I was like, I know I brought the deck. I remember taking it off the shelf and saying I want to use this for love. Tangled love. I know the song's Tainted Love, but sometimes I got to get away. All right. Let's see what love messages the collective needs to know at this time. What love messages does the collective need to know at this time? I need to do more all signs readings, honestly. I really do. But, you know, I'm going to be honest, though. Sometimes I get scared to do those. Not scared, but it's like you see how long I can go with a reading. And I want to make sure everybody gets equal time. And I don't want to spend too much time on one specific sign than the others, which sometimes happens. But I know it's based on the messages. So that's why I hesitate with doing the all signs readings. I could have easily did an all signs reading today, considering the fact that I've been on for almost 2 hours, you know, and it takes about almost 2 hours to do an all signs reading. Unless I do it like Tyler's Tarot. He's really good with time management, but I'm a little bit slower of a reader, you know. And I think it's because I like to look at different angles, like it give different messages that I see. So I could find like 2 or 3 messages within one reading. That's why it's good to set intentions. So this is going to be a love reading. Hi, Eva Lion. I think your name is Samaya. Is that you, Samaya? Did I remember your name right? Okay, what does the collective need to know at this time? This is the Tangled Love deck. What love messages does the collective need to know at this time? What love messages? Hi, Sa. We got a card. Distractions, options. Always busy. Wandering eye kept you waiting. Ooh. Okay. I'm just gonna go through it this way. Oh, it is. Okay, guidance. Oh, we got 2 cards. We have guidance, faith, healing, intuition, dreams, and spiritual journey. An egg on their face. Got caught, feeling foolish, everything backfired. Ah, haha. I got it. Thank you. I already know what this is. I think Healing through love, care, recovery, safe to feel again. For some of you, this could have been a past situation, current situation, or something you need to look out for. Some of you have dealt with or be dealing with someone who may be keeping their options open. There may be, but there's certain intuition nudges, God, something that's letting you know you're going to be catching somebody doing something. And then you're going to confront them about it. And then they're going to feel embarrassed. They're going to be ashamed that they got caught and that everything is going to go against them. Depending on the type of relationship you have with this person, hopefully they weren't someone who was pretending to be like committed to you and only you, but then they were dealing with other people on the other side. For some of you, this person could have just clearly treated you as an option. You know, like they never really prioritized you. They always had you waiting. They were always too busy. You maybe even have caught them looking at other women or other men, even entertaining, engaging, following the people on social media. But there was something that led you to, like, gave you some sort of guidance, some sort of information. You may have had a dream or some sort of intuitive nudge that let you know, and this is where you may be confronting the person. You may be confronting them. There was a card. I started shuffling. Oh my gosh, Tan, why did I do that? Let me find it says healing through love. Let me see if I find it again. Now, some of you are going to be you may be finding out, this could be happening around you. But this could have been something that you've already experienced and that you're moving past, because that healing through love card is like indicating that there may be somebody that this is a past situation and that you may be meeting somebody who is going to restore your faith and love, that someone who's going to help you, who's going to be a part of your healing. I'm trying to find the card. Here, this is the card that care, recovery, safe to feel again. So some of you could have experienced some sort of infidelity, betrayal that made you close out your heart, not really wanting to open up to love. But or this is going to be an opportunity for you to, if you learn about this is going to be an opportunity for you to recover, to process whatever pain you're experiencing from this disappointment. Let me see something else. Wow, I stopped at this. This is so funny because I was shuffling and I was going to go into tarot. But then, see, look at this. Opposites attract. Bad boy, different beliefs, insane attraction, balance each other out. Balance each other out. I'm sorry, I'm not doing any questions. I'm doing a collective reading. So opposites attract. So some of you, if this is something that you experienced in the past, some of you may meet somebody who is the opposite of what you would consider your type. You know, bad boy, different beliefs, insane attraction, balance each other out. This could be somebody that maybe someone who helps you through your healing journey, unexpectedly helps you through your healing journey. Because look at the ending. Okay, let's see. Do I really need to clarify this? Okay, I'm going to give one tarot card for... No, I will get 3 tarot cards for this total spread. Okay, can I get 3 cards for this spread? Just so I don't go too long. Got the Emperor card. Aries energy, boss energy. You know what? I want to know who this new person is, actually. So, because if that's the past, who cares about the past? Like, you want to move on from the past. You do the necessary healing, but what's this new person? I feel like there's gonna be a new person. Oh, my headphones. There. Tell you about this new person. The lovers. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's gonna be like a divine connection. A divine connection. Where you and this person can be like safe and vulnerable with each other. Because if you look at them, they're naked, you know? You know, that's being like the bare naked truth. Being naked with each other. It could be a divinely guided connection. Four Cups. After some sort of disappointing, like some of you may be distracted, maybe distraught, sad from the past, but then this is going to come unexpectedly. This person is going to come unexpectedly. Unexpectedly. Emperor, Lovers, and the Four of Cups. You may not, you may be like still dwelling on the past, maybe still in the process of healing when this comes in. But the fact that we have the angel coming out, it's like it's coming, this is coming from the song. Oh my God, I'm thinking about Sent from Above. This is something that is being sent from above. Sent from up above, so much love in my life. I can't get enough of your touch. Feels so right. I was thinking that Mariah Carey song. I don't know if many people know that song. That's from her first album. I forgot what's the name of her first album. Is it Love Takes Time or Emotions? No, I don't think it's the first album. Her first album. Hi, Alpha. How are you? Thank you so much for all the love. The angel love. So, all right. I know we're 3 hours away from each other. So that means it's 8:50? 8:50 in Seattle? I am. Thank you. I appreciate you always. Healing through love. So I got 3 cards here. I feel like some of you are going to be meeting somebody who's very stable, secure, maybe financially abundant, maybe mature, older than you. Could be mature and older. May have a gray hair, like a gray beard, like a long beard. Some of you may not like that. Some of you do. Thank you. I hope. Oh, happy Father's Day, Alpha. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I hope you enjoy your time with your daughter. I hope you enjoy your day. The Emperor could also be a father. It could be somebody with a child. He could be an older person with if they're a father, they could have an adult child. But it's like this person is going to be a source of stability. They may have a lot of wisdom. They have the compassion, the care, the stability, the strength, the power. And yeah, like this is somebody that's going to be, like I said, divinely guided. Like it's going to come out of nowhere. This person's going to come out of nowhere. This person could be an Aries sign. They could have Yeah, they could be in Aries. Gemini energy too, with the lovers. Okay, another way I could see this too is that there could have been somebody, like, because I said there could have been somebody who was treating somebody like an option. And the thing I'm thinking is like this person chose another person and left somebody else feeling disappointed. And that could be where this heartbreak is coming from too. But whoever this is that you're meeting, they could be someone who, like I said, come out of nowhere. They could be very, like, you feel very like a match. Like you could be vulnerable, naked with each other, uninhibited. I want to say bare naked truth. This person could be born the year of the snake, because I see a snake there. But they could be an Aries born in the year of the snake, or you could be born the year of the snake, or you could be an Aries. Take it how it resonates, or you could be a Gemini born the year of the snake. And then we have Leo energy with the Strength card. Ooh, yeah. Some of you may be afraid when you meet this person, or you may be afraid of this new beginning. And this aligns with the last card that we got. Hi, Mysterious. How are you? Oh, no, you didn't tell me that, Alpha. Why the hell would she do that? But that's funny. I was talking to somebody and I was telling, oh, I'm messaging this person, but I said the wrong name. I got my friends' names mixed up because I'm messaging one friend, but another friend was on my mind. So look at this. How about say learning, healing through love, care, recovery, safe to feel again, right? But yeah, whoever this person is, they're gonna be like someone safe. This is gonna be someone that's gonna be very caring, compassionate, very. I don't want to say they're gonna tame your fears. Oh wow, that's a big ask for me. Like you're gonna be able to tame my fears? Oh wow. You gotta be an emperor to do that. But it's like, yes, you're gonna feel free. You're gonna be feeling free enough to be vulnerable, to show that sensitive side of yourself, to experience healing. You know, what else can I get from this? I feel like whoever this is they're in a way going to be liberating you or helping you liberate, helping you through the process. But they're going to be doing this with love. I mean, the emperor isn't really like the most known as the most loving person, but it's probably, they do have love. Remember, the emperor is the king of all kings. So he has the aspects of a king of cups, but he has the stability of the king of pentacles. You know, he's grounded, emotionally grounded, but then he also has that passion too, and also very wise, very smart. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, this person's gonna have you looking at things from a different perspective, your experience from a different perspective. You're gonna be like, there's gonna be a lot of attraction, but you may be different from this person. You know, this person may come off as one way, but they may not actually be that way. You know, like I'm thinking about Machine Gun Kelly. Like he comes off as a certain way, but then when he talks, it's different. You know, I don't really listen to his music, but I just imagine him the way he looks. He has like this whole like bad boy thing, but then he doesn't. He seems like very sensitive. I'm not getting that type of vibe from this. But that's something interesting. That's something interesting to look forward to when it comes to love. for whoever that's worth. I like that because I split the deck and the sun came out. Like the tower. I saw the tower too. So it's like something that's gonna happen unexpectedly. But that aligns with what I said. Like, you're gonna meet somebody, and we got the sun is Leo energy, right? But then we have the Four of Cups. So it's like unexpected. I'm sorry, I'm not taking any questions. I'm sorry. And just so everybody knows, if I was to do a mini reading, it's $9.99 USD. Okay, but I'm not taking any questions. I'm sorry. I thought I put a comment. No, the title. But yeah, this is what's coming out. You know, so some of you could be meeting an Emperor energy or an Aries. We got Gemini. We have Aries and Aquarius, and we have Leo coming out. Yeah, and it could be a new beginning. So I hope that message helps you, that resonates with you in the best way possible. I'm sorry, I'm not taking any questions. I can answer a yes or no question. That's the most I could do with €2. But for €2, I could do a yes or no. Sonia. But not a mini reading for €2. Sorry. I can't do that to myself. So you can ask me a yes or no question, Sonia, and I can answer it for you. If you have someone specific, or you want to know, but it has to be a yes or no question. I see something. Okay. Oh gosh. Was she embarrassed though? Was she embarrassed? Alpha, was she embarrassed? You know, it's so funny. I still call you Alpha, even though I know your name. I know you like it. I know you like it. I know you like when I call you Alpha. Oh, are you gonna put a question, Sonia? Oh, yes or no question in the chat, Sonia? Because I'll answer that for you. Gotta check something because I want to know if that's even possible. Okay, I'm just looking. I'm doing good, thank you. It's good to see you too, Sana. I mean, I can't see you, but thank you for being here. So, Sonia, sorry, I would have answered a yes or no question, but she didn't. She retracted her message. I was just looking up. You can't retract the super chat apparently. So I was like, wait, could that get taken back? So if it does, I'm like, that's good for you guys. If you send one by mistake, well, if that wasn't a mistake. She didn't send it by mistake. She asked a question. So sorry, I'm not answering questions. I was gonna answer Sonia's question because she sent me a super chat, but it had to be a yes or no because of the value. Okay, but you could ask a yes or no question, Sanja. Can you think of a question? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to get my yes or no deck out. Deck. I hate saying that word. Sounds perverted, you know, like if you say it wrong. Let's see. I know my other tarot deck isn't here. Okay. Let me check. Okay, let's see. Okay. Deck D-E-C-K. D-E-C-K. I don't have a D-I-C-K. I have a V-A-G. Okay, for Sonia. Okay, Sonia. All right, whatever. Okay, well, it's gonna be good for Sonia. Will this summer be good for Sonia? 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 Okay, let's play a game. Can any of you guess how tall I am? Okay, Sonia. Will Sonia have a good summer? Will Sonia have a good summer? Will this summer be good for Sonia? Will this summer be good for Sonia? Oops. You got a King of Pentacles and the upright. So saying yes, but you may be doing well. It may be a good summer for you financially, or maybe you could be meeting somebody, a King of Pentacles, an earth sign energy that will make it a good summer for you. Whoops. With the King of Pentacles. Look at that. And you had this at the bottom. Yeah. So you're going to be having a very good summer with a wish fulfillment, something good, something that you've been wanting, or you're going to be feeling emotionally fulfilled this summer. So you're going to be very satisfied with this summer. But it could have to do with work, or it could be with you meeting a King of Pentacles, someone that is financially abundant, secure, you know. But yes, it's looking like it's going to be a good summer. I hope that helps you, Sonia. Okay, let's see what time it is now. It's 12:07 here. What do you need to know? Ooh, look at this. Got the Wheel of Fortune coming out. Ooh. I saw the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is random reading I'm doing right now. This is for whoever it resonates with. Some of you, you're going to be experiencing some sort of change of luck when it comes to your finances. Like some positive changes. I like how the sun just brightened as I'm saying that. It's funny because it's like you're going to be under a spotlight if you think about it. Because as I was saying that, the sun was like, I felt it. I felt very warm. Right now, it's like a cloud just came over me. So I don't feel as warm as I did. So some of you, you may be under a spotlight and it's going to be, you're going to be, whatever it is. What could this be? What does this Wheel of Fortune have to do with? It's funny because the High Priestess card flipped over. Okay. Okay, good luck. I hope the date goes well. And remember to keep up your boundaries. Okay? Boundaries. Respect. Okay? Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Collective. What is this Wheel of Fortune for the collective? Oh, some of you are going to be releasing certain battle. Like some of you are like giving up on something, but I think it's probably something that you've been holding on to for so long. Maybe it's something that you've been putting a lot of time and effort towards, but it hasn't been working. Maybe you thought like if you keep going, maybe things will change, but no, it's saying no. The only change that you need to make is releasing it. So it could have been a long, hard battle that you've been experiencing. It could have been something that you've been experiencing for the last 9 weeks, 9 months, even 9 years. You're welcome. But it's like, but there could be something that's changing that's going to force you to release something. Yeah. Because whatever it was causing some sort of imbalance in your life. Some of you weren't going with the flow. It has kept you stuck. So something could be happening that's going to force some sort of change in your life. Let's see. Yeah, you get whatever it is something that you've been putting your guard up against. Maybe you've been resisting, but now it's time to just bring down your guards. Be open. Be open to change. I think this is something that you've been fighting off. But it's like it's time for you to stop fighting. I don't know if you've compromised something in the process of you trying to hold on to something. But it's saying this like this is not a time for you to compromise anything. Yeah, there's some sort of conflict. It could be internal or it could be external. It could be in your environment. It could be with a relationship or it could be with a family member, family or friends. But it's something that you like, I don't know. Some of you have been holding on to a grudge. You have to release a grudge because it could be a grudge, or it could also be somebody else that may be releasing some sort of animosity towards you. Or the conflict is finally going to come to some sort of resolution, and that's what's going to bring some sort of change. Maybe somebody has to put their guard down. Yeah, look at this. It's the Fool. Start over. Everything, the cards that have been coming out have been reversed. And this card, the Fool, came out in the upright, which is indicating like a brand new cycle, a change, a new beginning. You know, because it's time to let go of whatever you've been holding on to, whatever you've been trying to fight, because it hasn't been keeping you happy. You know, it's been taking away from your happiness. It's been dimming your light. So if you've been experiencing that, it's like saying, no, it's time for you to go into the spotlight. It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. It could be some sort of new opportunity coming to you. It could be with work, a career, a job. It could be someone also coming in that's very stable, secure, grounded. But look at this. Strength. With the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords in reverse. Usually the Page of Swords is the energy of someone who's learning, who has learned, observing, who's watching, could be spying, but in the reverse, it's the opposite of that. You know, someone who isn't learning, who isn't, it could be somebody unlearning something. Unlearning something. When we have the Strength card here, it could be some of you, it could be an idea that some of you have that needs to be released, you know, that you have that's been keeping you stuck, that has been a source of conflict, that has been what's been forcing you to, or putting you in this defensive energy. Because the Seven of Wands is a defensive energy, but since it came on the reverse, it's you putting down your guards. It's been causing some sort of imbalance within you. So this is a change that's either it's a change that you're making, a change that someone else is making, or it's a change that's being forced, you know? But if it's internal, it could be that you're maybe unlearning certain things. You know, it's like a deprogramming yourself type of situation. Or it could be you're like, yeah, like say you have a certain idea about something, but then it's like, no, I got to change that idea because that idea is limiting my viewpoint, my perspective, my understanding of something. It could be that. But it could be tied to the ego. So it could be releasing some egoistic beliefs that you have about certain things, you know? But I feel like ultimately with that is saying that once you release that and you are able to tame whatever it is that you learned, but in a way that you're unlearning it, deprogramming yourself, that's going to liberate you. You're going to be able to put your guard down. You're going to be able to release conflict. You're going to be able to restore balance, and you're going to allow there to be some sort of positive change in your life. Something like, and the positive change, like I said, it could be a forced change with the Tower card. Certain things that have been built on a faulty structure eventually are going to collapse. So it could be a faulty belief system, you know, a faulty relationship, a faulty career, you know, it could be however that resonates with you. But something's eventually going to collapse and it's going to allow you to start over, start anew, gain a different perspective, because you're going to see that whatever you've been standing on, whatever hill you were standing on, whatever hill you thought you were going to die on, it's collapsing under you. It's collapsing under you because it was weak, faulty. Let me see what else comes out. The Tower card came out again. I guess they wanted to stay on the table or the bench. Let's see what else. Oh, look at this. The release of burdens, stress, anxiety. Being able to discern your fears from fact. Because sometimes, like I say, our thoughts, they're just thoughts. They're not real until we make them real. You know? So this could be you changing your I think you may be taming, like, because we do see that with the sword, the eight of, I want to say the eight of something, but this is the strength card. It's number 8 in the major arcana. I think it's you taming your mind, taming your fears, taming the things that worry you, stress you, or cause you stress and worry. You finally gaining some sort of control over that, instead of it having control over you. It's like the moon card, you know, we have the two sides of us, the side that we show up as, and then we have our shadow side. But then remember, you have to accept the shadow aspects of yourself because they are a part of who you are. They are part of your biology in a way, you know. It's a part of your DNA and the DNA of your identity, you know. But the thing is, it's like you can only look at the light aspects of yourself. You also have to understand the shadow aspects of yourself so that you can fully appreciate the person that you are. And if certain things aren't being, like certain things that you're keeping under the rug or you're sweeping under the rug, that you're keeping hidden in the shadows, eventually it's going to emerge and you're going to have to face it. You're going to have to face your fears. You're going to have to face your demons. You're going to face your shadow, you know, and then you have to allow yourself to be in the light, you know. This is a part of healing, you know, that self-acceptance, that self-love. And then in turn, like when you're doing that, or whoever this could be involved with, is shedding light on an issue that needs to be addressed so that it can be moved past, so that there could be a resolution to conflict, so that there could be restored balance. And then you could start over, start new, have a new beginning. But it's a matter of unlearning, deprogramming yourself. So, the Page of Pentacles. It's like a brand new start. It's like it's like starting. Remember, I said the tower is something that is that collapses. It's because it's built on a faulty foundation, and the Page of Pentacles is like you being able to create from a firm and sturdy foundation, not one that's built off lies, that's built off fear, that's built off anxiety, stress, limitations. But something that's built on solid, firm ground and that can continue to grow and prosper and be strong and unbreakable. See, seeing things clearly, even removing like these, because some of these, when you think of the Hierophant, it's about higher learning. It's what you learn, it's what you've been taught. But it's like now it's being at this place where you can discern fact from fiction, seeing the truth of a matter, seeing the truth of yourself. What have you been committed to, attached to? What have you been holding on to that has kept you stuck? Because Hierophant is Taurus energy, Earth is stagnant energy, in the sense that it's slow. It takes time. It requires patience and nurturing and endurance in order to see something grow. It's not something that happens overnight. So this could be a slow and steady process for you. This could be something that's been taking a long time, has been a long time coming. Some of you could actually be divorcing somebody, you know, no longer wanting to be in a marriage or connection or contract. It could be a contract. It doesn't have to be marriage itself. Because you could, like, divorce implies separation, a breakup, a dissolution of something. So some of you may be seeing things clearly that it's time to end something that no longer serves you. It could be some sort of contract. It could be a literal contract, or it could be a spiritual, karmic contract that you may be wanting to end. Because it no longer aligns with you. It no longer fits your belief system or serves a purpose or was built off lies. The King of Swords is about truth and honesty and clarity. You know? Something, you may have seen how certain things could have kept you bound to tradition, bound to rules that were instilled on you, that you were taught, but no longer aligned to you. And you're making that decision to cut it off, to see things clearly. And I mentioned the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups came out. And it came out in the reverse. It was upright, but it fell in the reverse. So some of you, it could be actually you ending some sort of partnership a marriage. It could be a work partnership. It could be you ending a contract with a company. Take it how it resonates. But it's about you liberating yourself and being in a place where you're free of stress, where you don't feel like you had to put your guard up and you don't feel like you're stuck. And there's always conflict, you know? So I hope that reading resonates with you. I know it's going to take some time to make that decision. It may be a decision that you've been sitting on for quite a while with the Hermit card. But I feel like some of you may be coming out of this energy, or you may need to go into this energy just to gain some more clarity within, to see what aligns with you. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading there. I wasn't expecting to do that. It just came out and I went with it. And I rarely get to do a straight tarot reading like this. So I really like the message that came out because I feel like it can resonate with each and every one of you in some way or another, you know? So I thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, and for the super chats. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening or the day ahead. Take care, everyone. Bye.